Now, from an intimate perspective, giving a girl your attention actually shows that you have some sort of interest in her. My past experiences dealing with women intimately, I learned that you should actually balance out when to give them attention and when to not give them attention, which is what I'll discuss in today's video. So stick by till the end. Now, let's actually start on when to give it to her. Nah, bear with me, I'm still talking about her attention, not what you're thinking. Now, the first point goes to in the initial stages of when you're needing her. That's actually why I actually say this. So some girls would actually be interested in you when you actually show interest in them first. So also, you wouldn't actually know if a girl is actually interested in you if you haven't even approached her yet. So give her that attention, go approach her and then see where it actually leads. If she gives you back attention, then sure, then she earns more of your attention. But then in the long run, over time, if she doesn't show interest back, then that means she hasn't earned that attention and you shouldn't give it back in that way. Otherwise, you'll be needy and she'll be controlling you. And point number 2 on when to show interest in her, it's also when she shows interest back. So, and sometimes, I know you've heard all these advice online which it tells you that, oh, if a girl actually shows interest in you, blah, 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 you shouldn't care, or you should act nonchalant or act sigma and all that. In my past experiences, I've done that, and if I'm telling you the truth, that doesn't work in this context where she actually shows interest in you and then you act a bit distant in order to attract her back. Nah. Just girls are also just like us. They also fear getting rejected, right? So as a defense mechanism, that actually pull back to you and match your energy, and then overall you'd now think that she's not attracted to you, but she's just matching your energy. She doesn't want to get hurt. No, it's a way of her defending herself from getting hurt. So I remember when a girl actually approached me, right? It was during my high school days. A girl approached me and then I acted all nonchalant, all sigma, all a bit distant and stuff. And then she ended up losing interest because she thought I wasn't interested in her back. So guys, just be careful. Don't abuse this advice that you see online on, ignoring girls and all that. And acting all sigma male, doing all your cool walks and all that. Don't do that. The girl will actually pull back and then overall match your energy. I do believe that in the long run, the girl should actually show more interest than you show it to her. It's better if a girl actually shows more interest in you. And of course, you shouldn't act distant and all. And also don't act needy. There's a difference between showing appropriate interest and also acting needy. If you act needy and give her too much attention that are not necessary, then you'd automatically disattract her. And you'd actually deserve that, bro. You'd actually deserve that. So before I actually carry on with the video, I want to let you know about my $5 consultation call down in the description. So for $5, you get a call with me, right? The day after you just book it, you'd get a consultation. I'll give you a cheat sheet and also check your progress. And obviously, if it doesn't work, then within the first 30 days of the call, you can guarantee to get your money back, right? And also, I'll actually give you advice based on social interactions, improving your social interactions and your intimate confidence, talking to girls and all that. Since I've been experienced and also been improving for years in this field, I guarantee that my advice would actually help you. Click down in the description and I'm going to see you there. Let's carry on. I'm still talking about attention or what you're thinking. So point number 1, when she shows very little or no interest in you at all. So it'll actually lead to a pathway you'd actually be chasing a lot and she'd actually now be having some sort of control over your life, and you don't want that. There's a quote, right, section rather, in the book, The Way of the Superior Man. It says, choose a woman that chooses you. If you choose a woman that chooses you, it's actually better in the long run for the relationship, right? Choosing a woman that chooses you means that, it gets to meet halfway. You love each other, rather than one person loving each other. Feels like something forced, and of course it'll lead to something detrimental in the future, and you don't want that for yourself. And then point number 2 is when you're actually not attracted to her. Let's be honest. You'd be giving a girl that you're not attracted to your attention, right? Most likely because you don't have any other options. If you are one of those dudes that actually give a girl your attention, right, and you're not actually attracted to her, it tells me that you actually don't have a lot of options in your life. Have more options in order not to go below your standards. And the option that you have must actually be girls that are within your standards. Don't choose anything that's below your standards. Otherwise, you don't want to be finding yourself settling for something that you didn't want. It's really something. Imagine that you settle for a 5 out of 10 when you could have had like your gym call, which is like 8 out of 10. Of course, there's always better fish out there, but then it's good to set yourself for high standards and don't settle for less. Oh, like me, I was in a party, right? So I'm not gonna lie, the goals over there were like 4 out of 10s, 5 out of 10s, and then the most attractive one was like a 5.5 out of 10. Currently, as I label her, she was like a 5.5 out of 10. So obviously, in a social event and all that, it's always like a must for me to like, at least talk to a girl and stuff like that. So I approached this girl, and she ended up falling in love with me and then developing feelings and a connection with me and all that. And she ended up chasing me and all that. I almost settled for her because the truth is that I never had a lot of options. And I almost settled for something that I knew that in the long run, I wouldn't be happy finding myself with this, right? And it's a mistake that I don't want you to repeat. If you just go to something that's at least almost at what you want, or that's at the standard that you want, not something that's like really far less. And if I ended up with that girl, trust me, I wouldn't be happy, man. Imagine like, and then I'll be like 5.5 and all that, on not even someone who's compatible. That's really harsh. So just don't do the same mistake. And of course, I actually ended up telling her that, hey, I'm not into you and all that. She took it well, she handled it well and all that, because luckily she's a mature person and all that. But I'm really glad, and that actually taught me that I shouldn't go below my standards. I should actually go to something that, yes, I can handle, or that the best that I can handle, basically. Because of course, maybe I have like high standards. I actually have like high standards that are something that I can't get, but get standards that are the highest in terms of what you can get, right? In terms of giving a girl attention or when to not give her attention, I just listed 2 points each, right? And I know there's a hella ton of other points that y'all be thinking of in your brains, but I want you to comment down those ideas down in the comments, right? I'm gonna do maybe a part 2 of this video where I can include your points and also a shout out. Let me know if you have any questions, right, regarding this topic. I'll be sure to actually answer them down in the comments, right? But the best option is also just to book this $5 call. I mean, who does this? $5, a $5 consultation call where I can give you tailored advice that is tailored to your situation. Basically anything that actually involves improving your social interaction skills. If you maybe someone who's awkward or who was actually still developing themselves in dating or in any social situation, this call is actually for you. Also, subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. Watch this video next. It's about the 3 things that are keeping people from having fear. Watch it now, and I'm gonna see you in it. See you in the next one. Boy, peace.